after decades at the Cornwall Park Aviary in Hastings, Chucky, the sulphur-crested cockatoo, has been rehomed in the Thomson's Napier Lounge.
He was stressing. There was another cockatoo there that was picking on him, and so the stress of it being picked on, he started to pluck his feathers. The public started to complain about the way he looked. We just adore him. We adore him.
Chucky's former home is one of the many attractions at Hastings Cornwall Park, which has had an aviary for 100 years.
It's a legacy of how parks and reserves were run. The aviary first arrived back in the 1920s, 1930s, and it was then a regular feature in a number of parks across New Zealand. There were monkeys actually held here at the park. As I say, they're a legacy of a bygone age.
While other parts of the park have reaped the benefits of council investment, the aviary has been left largely untouched. But that's about to change, with Hastings District Council spending $75,000 on extending the cages, mainly for its two large parrots, a Corella and Chucky's cockatoo nemesis, called Mate.
When we did the reserve management plan, there were people who were concerned about holding birds in captivity. There were also large members of the community who actually have a deep affiliation with this since they've been children, and the actual idea of coming here and seeing birds is seen as a positive value as well.
But Thomson wants the council to completely stop caging large parrots. She calls it cruel because of their intellect. She started an online petition to free the birds so they can be rehomed in a sanctuary. So far, it's received more than 1,000 signatures.
I started the petition because times have changed, and we don't put animals in cages. They're not artwork. They're not there for our entertainment. It's not right.
But how is it different from this room that Chucky's in?
He gets to do what he wants to do within reason. The human interaction, he gets pats and cuddles and talked to, and he didn't get that in Hastings.
He got a lot of talking to though, didn't he?
Yeah, that's not enough though. They're mentality of a 4-year-old child, and could you imagine a kid not being cuddled?
He also got a lot worse, being the subject of a spray paint attack. But cockatoos themselves can be dangerous.
Being a stupid young teenager, I thought this cockatoo was really cute, so I put my pinky in, and it looked at it cockeyed and then decided to have a bite, and that was basically what happened. And it was like the stupidest thing you could possibly do, and there was this piece of skin hanging off, and this thing's bleeding everywhere, and off I went home. And that was the story. It was like, well, that was stupid. There we are.
Pinky-proof netting is now in place and planning for the new enclosure is underway. Once building work starts, there'll still be plenty for visitors to see. There are hundreds of other birds and one of the few remaining free-flying aviaries in a public park in New Zealand. And if you can bring yourself to look down, you might spy a few turtles too. Patrick O'Sullivan, Local Focus.